Hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel. I'm Denise, and today we'll talk about some signs of ADHD that often go unnoticed, especially in adult women. Signs that appeared in my journey. Have you ever felt that you are constantly making things work, but everything seems harder than it should be? Of course, our modern life causes a series of mental challenges, but in my case, the symptoms of ADHD and the strategies I used to try to mask them fit together perfectly. Today, I'll share some signs that marked my life and that I only recently understood as part of something bigger: neurodivergence. Obsession with productivity. I'm completely fascinated by productivity tools, notebooks, sticky notes, apps, organizational techniques. But why did this attract me so much? Deep down, I was searching for ways to compensate for memory lapses, distractions, and focus difficulties. These tools helped me manage what seemed disorganized in my mind. The Pomodoro technique, for example, was a great ally and eventually led me to my ADHD diagnosis. Perfectionism and control. This desire to get everything right all the time may seem like mere dedication, but in many cases, it is a way of coping with anxiety and internal disorganization. For me, this quest for perfection resembled OCD symptoms: reviewing multiple times, checking everything, delaying decisions for fear of making a mistake. It consumed me, but I couldn't stop self criticizing. Excessive empathy and desire to help. Helping others has always come naturally to me. What I discovered is that many people with ADHD have heightened sensitivity to the environment and the emotions of others. We are experts at feeling too much, probably because to manage mental overload, our brains have to adapt. When we fail to do so, emotional overload can become a challenge. Practical and direct learning. I'm passionate about how to guides and quick tutorials. This is because when your working memory doesn't function the way you'd like, learning in a practical and direct way is the solution. We seek shortcuts, not out of laziness, but because our brains needs clarity and objectivity to absorb information more efficiently. Word mix up. One scene marked me. The YouTuber I was watching swapped struggle for juggle, and I laughed because I do that all the time. Our brains think so fast that sometimes our mouth can't keep up. These small linguistic mistakes are very common in people with ADHD, though they are not always noticed by others. Invisible ADHD in women. For a long time, I thought it was just for hyperactive kids. I was a calm girl, a good student, very dedicated. Even so, I struggled with distractions, forgetfulness, and severe mental exhaustion. But no one noticed. I just worked harder, and the problem was that this extra effort consumed my free time and rest, and no one realized the impact it had on me. Balanced life, overloaded mind. I seem to manage everything: work, family, responsibilities, but the mental cost was enormous. I felt like I needed three times more effort to get the basics done. Overloaded executive functions, slow processing, and late social maturity drain our energy, even if on the outside it seems like we are managing everything just fine. These signs are not definitive rules. Each person experiences ADHD uniquely. But if you identify with some of these signs, it might be worth investigating further. It took me years to understand this, and since then, my life has changed. Today, I know my limits better, but I also recognize my superpowers. ADHD doesn't define my potential, it's part of who I am. What about you? Have you ever had any discoveries that changed the way you see yourself? Share in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If this content helped you, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue together on this journey of self awareness and acceptance. Thank you for being here. Goodbye. And the behind the scenes usually look like this. A million tabs open with different topics and projects. Stopping the recording to jot down a new idea. Feeling tired from constant concentration, hyperfocus, and letting important tasks slide. Avoiding perfectionism and leaving things as they are. The desk full of sticky notes, notebooks, and more notes. An organized mess on the desk that I only understand. I'm the only one. Music constantly playing in my head, and I usually have to take a coffee break. That's it. Bye.